What is the latest with Crip Mac? Obviously, he's incarcerated. Have you got to speak with him? Do you know what's going on with him?
Yeah, I talked to him on the phone for like 2 minutes on the other day when I was with Lupe and 4 Extras, and there's a new girl named Carby Doll who Crip Mac has apparently landed himself in a relationship with since he got locked up. That's the level of a Riz that my man Crip Mac has. We're going to call him Riz Mac. Is that he basically like found a new girlfriend from behind the G-wall, which is insane.
So is there any sort of idea, like it's a federal case?
Yeah. And like he's saying that, well, I've heard that the average sentence would be 5 years.
Damn.
He's saying 3 to 5 over the phone. I don't know.
Would you, because I saw like Suge Knight's got this new podcast that's over the phone. Mm-hmm. Do you think there'd be a way to keep Crip Mac involved in content via the phone?
That is a good idea. I don't know. I haven't tuned into that
just to try to keep something going, keeping some motion going with him. I don't know, like.
I've never had good luck with talking to people on the phone in jail and having them tell me anything interesting. I remember when I used to talk to Draco after he'd been locked up for a year or two, and they don't usually seem eager to tell you about all their fights and everything, and then the audio quality is shit. So I don't know.
Yeah, they obviously aren't going to snitch on themselves. Like, I got into it last night, but I don't know. Maybe I just feel like he was on such a climb right now. Like, I just watched that Neon video where he threw the hot dog at dude and was like, "Suck that shit up with your asshole."
The biggest hot dog ever.
Oh my god! I was like, Crip Mac is on his way to being in movies. This guy's on his fucking way. So when I saw he got arrested, it was I don't even know, dude. It was just heartbreaking.
Yeah, and I think like, my girl always saw me interviewing him and like didn't really get it or like never paid attention to his shit, and then she hung out with him 2 days on set, and by the end of that, she was like, he's the funniest person I've ever met.
Dude, he's just hilarious.
Nuts. And he was the star of the show on the Lena reality show. Like, he just kind of stole it. Like, he just was so good on camera and so funny. And I actually don't really think we would have had a show if it wasn't for him, or at least it wouldn't have
been entertaining.
It wouldn't have been anywhere near as funny, because it's like every 30 seconds to a minute, there's just a Crip Mac line in the show. And all the porn dudes are just very normal for the most part. They're like, if you want to be a porn star and you want to be accepted in the game, the name of the game is make everybody like you, don't offend anybody, don't piss anybody off. Even like the other day I made a joke about Violet Myers on a podcast with Lil D, and my girl, and he said, "Would you bust in her?" And I go, "Hell no, I wouldn't bust in her. She's Mexican." Which you and me get the joke. Mexican girls get pregnant a lot, whatever.
Yeah, I have 2 Mexican children.
My girl scared me right away. She's like, you should call Violet and make sure that she's not going to get offended by that. Which I was like, okay, I feel you. Because in the porn game, you just really want everybody to like you, because it could be 1 or 2 girls that don't fuck with you that could really have a negative impact on your career.
Well, I've noticed you've even like some of the stuff you told me off camera, you've kept close to you and not revealed on camera, even though you could. But it's kind of like an unwritten rule type of industry.
I am a believer in the porn man's code, where you just, anything weird that happens on set, even in this conversation, there are things that have been complicated behind the scenes, on set, whatever, and we just don't talk about it. Everything was great. Everything always was great. Nobody ever had a hard time getting a boner. Everybody finished as soon as they wanted to. It's just like, I feel like you're not supposed to talk about that stuff. Like, you're not supposed to film the DP. Like the Crip Mac DP.
No, when
not
you said
like
DP, I'm thinking
DP,
double penetration. It's so funny moving to LA, and when my boy was telling me about getting DP'd once, I was like, bro, I didn't know about, the gang DP as opposed to being a sick fuck.
And you can't win.
Assuming double penetration.
You're not allowed to win the DP.
Yeah.
If I'm getting DP'd and I start winning, more people enter the DP and beat the shit out of you.
So you got to just.
But I still think you're supposed to try to fight.
You got to kind of put up a fight, but you don't want to. You don't want to win.
You can't whoop his ass, or the DP will probably become a lot more extreme. I think. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Well, they tell me.